I'm live. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK. So I'm just going to get my other device out. I'll do that in a minute. Okay. I have this box, fold down box wedding bouquet, which is a new design. Okay. And I want to say thank you to Sam from Mixed Up Craft for inspiring me on this one. The last live you might have seen, it was done a bit differently. It was more like her design, but now I've decided to do this to change it up a bit. And I thought I'd do it in a live because most of my live prototypes end up very different. So this is the box that I've made. Okay, we made this in the last live if you want to have a look back on my channel. And you can see that fits inside that one. And this is all so that you can fold it down and put it into your suitcase, take it to your destination wedding. Okay, so that's going to go inside there, and inside here is your bouquet. And I thought we'd do that with ribbon. Okay, and we have some stars because it's kind of Christmassy that way, and that will be stuck in there in the middle there. Okay, and the bride will hold the bouquet from the back here, and I'll do a little handle on the back. Okay, so that's the idea with that. Okay, but what I wanted to do now is just build on this. So we all have this sticking inside, but what I wanted to do was make this piece here as the main frame for the wedding bouquet. So what I thought we could do is we could put a frame inside here. Okay, and this is the handle for the last project that I did, but I thought we could use these measurements because this is almost the same depth as this box. Okay, and I thought we could do a frame, maybe cut this into a frame and have it inside this box, and then we could have stars on the inside around the edge. That's what I thought. So that's what we're going to do. So first of all, what I'd like to do is I'd like to just get my device out, because I forgot to do that. So I like to make sure that I'm live and not talking to myself. So that's the reason why I like to have my other device. Also, so I can see if anyone comes on, I can see their comments, and I can check that everything's okay as well. So yeah, so happy Christmas, everyone. We are getting we are very fast approaching. We're very fast. Christmas is fast approaching. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? I'm not sure if it does, but yeah, I'm finding this I'm going to have to take this off now. I'm quite warm, but I'm finding I'm finding that everything's becoming a little bit overwhelming for me now, because I'm doing Christmas makes as well for the family, and also trying to get this video on, which I really want to do this video, but there's other things that are happening along the way as well. So that's what's happening. In case I seem a bit scatty, that's why. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure this, and actually if you look at the depth of this, that is virtually the same. I haven't even measured it, but that's the edge of this box is 3 centimeters. Okay, and this is virtually 3 centimeters. So I wonder if that would actually go in there. We might have to bring it down just slightly, because that's gonna, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll bring that down a little bit. Okay, we'll bring the edge of that down a little bit. So we maybe do it at, we could even bring it down to 2.5. It doesn't matter if it's a bit lower than this. I don't think that matters. So we're going to cut a frame in this piece here. Okay. So we're going to measure this out again, because like I said, this isn't the right measurements for this box. So I'm going to just see if I've got, this is a thinner piece of card, and I've bought this. You might have seen this on my buys video earlier this, when was that? Earlier this week. Or last week, I can't remember when it was, but I did a video where I showed you what I bought. Okay, and that's where I showed you this really thin card which I got from Hobbycraft, and it was £3 for well, you can have a look at my video to see how much it was, and it was A3. And I just thought, well, that's quite cheap for Hobbycraft, so I'll buy that and use it for my prototypes. So there we are, because I like a big sheet for my to build my prototypes. Okay, so this here, I've put the measurements on here for the handle for the last project. Okay, that's 10 centimeters there. This piece here is 10 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that in a bit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to draw that in at, what did I say I was going to do? Oh, hold on a minute, sorry. Let me just, I'm sorry people. I really this needs to be bigger. So when I was off camera, I thought 11 would do that, because this piece needs to be bigger here. And these bits need to be narrower here. Okay, so I wonder if I get 11 in there. So that needs to be 11 wide. Oh yeah, I just about get that in there. So if I really, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. This is going to be a bit makeshift, people. I hope you don't mind. It's going to be a bit makeshift. And if you like watching measuring, you're in the right place. So I'm going to do that at 11, okay? And really, this is a prototype. So if you're making something like this and you're not sure how it's going to work, don't worry about it, because that's prototypes for you. That's what they're there for, to see how it works. Okay, so this I'm gonna have to keep putting this back in the box to see what the size is. So that is 11. What did I say? It was 11, wasn't it? So yeah, right, okay, yeah, we're doing 11 down. Okay, so we're going to do 11 here, there, across here. Okay, just this is just so I remember what I'm doing. So 11 there, so that's a bit wider, so that fits in the box without any bit around the edge. And then we're going to do, so these bits will be, that'll be 11. I think it'll be 11 all the way around, won't it? Will it? Yeah. So that needs to be 11 as well. And so it's 11 by 11 basically, because that's 10. Everything that's 10 on here, I'm going to have to make 11. Oh, probably there's an easy way of doing this, but we're going to do it like this. Yes, 10. So we're going to do, so I'm going to do 11 across. So I'm going to mark 11 here. Okay. I've got 11 there. I've got 11 on that side there. And I've got 11 on that side there. Okay. And I'm going to mark, that's 11. That's the first bit. And then we're doing 2.5 here. So I'm going to mark that. Okay. So we do, sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just trying to get more focused, people. I'm trying to get more focused, because I normally do a little bit of a practice run and I haven't done that with this one. So, and do join in, say hi if you come on. It'd be lovely to have a chat with you. You know, just have a little chat, that would be nice. What are we doing? Did I say 2.5? I did, didn't I? You could remind me what I said, because I get this terrible brain fog and I forget what I'm doing, and it's terrible. It really is terrible. I don't know if you get the same. I don't know, but I do. It's really awful. Right, okay, so anyway, 11.5. Sorry, 11. There we are, see? And we do 11 here. So we're just really taking this size up a little bit, and we're also taking it in a little bit. You hear the seagulls outside. It doesn't matter if it's not entirely straight, she says. Right, okay, so that should be, yeah. This ruler is a little bit wonky, because I actually did use it for something I shouldn't have used it for. So that's, oh dear. Okay, so 2.5. Okay, there we are. 2.5. So if you come on, I've set up my other device so I can see, if you have a little chat, I can see what's on there. Okay, and I can actually tell you my little story as to why I'm here and why I'm doing this. So I've come on here for you lovely, beautiful brides and grooms who are having their wedding day. And I've come to help you to find something different for your wedding day. And that's what I'm creating, something different for your wedding day. And actually this tab doesn't matter how big this is, so I'm going to do that at 1. It's a little tab at the end. And I'm doing that at 1. And if this is wrong, I'm sorry. This is wrong, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's what I've come on here to make this lovely these lovely bouquets, which are very different, very offbeat, just so that you've got something different for your wedding day. That's why. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I created all the wedding bouquets for my own wedding, which I did actually have a bit of encouragement from my husband for, because he said that he thought I could do it, and so I did it. And I brought my family in to help me out, so I'm going to cut this out, okay? And yeah, I brought my family in to help me out. So the kids were young then. I had nieces and nephews that were quite young, and they helped me with the table decorations. So I'm going to score this so I can fold it. It's very thin, but I'm just going to do that. Part of the reason is sometimes, so I've got my scoreboard here. So yeah, if I lose my thread, tell me, because I'm trying to tell you why I'm here as well. So yeah, so I had the kids, the nieces and nephews, help me out with the table arrangements because they liked painting. They liked painting, and they were painting glass at the time, little glass jars, and I thought, well, they'd be lovely for table decorations. So we had those with fake tea lights inside, and they painted these all different colours, which was really nice, and that looked really good for the table. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn this round, and we want that to be 2.5, and that is actually bang on almost. Okay, 2.5 centimetres. I measure in centimetres, guys. Should we bring this in a bit so you can see what I'm doing? Maybe I don't really know what I'm doing, but we can move it in slightly so you can see the measurements there. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 score line here at 1 centimetre. Okay, 1 at 2.5, slightly out, not much. 1 at, this is 11 here, but I'm going to just turn this over because it distracts me, all this little bit here. I don't know, has anyone ever used this scoreboard? Because actually it needs to come in a bit more, doesn't it? Can you see it? Can you see the measurement? I think you can just about see it. You might need a magnifying glass, people, but so I'm going to score here at 11, and then I'm going to score here at 2.5 again. Okay, so we've got all of our score lines on there. So let's pick up where we left off. So we're going to just fold this. I'm going to move this. Actually, it might be all right there. I'll keep an eye, make sure we're in shot. So I'm going to just fold this inwards. Yeah, you might remember this from the last project. I just thought we could use the same. So now you're going to see how accurate my measurements are and whether I can work, whether I'm going to panic if it don't fit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Is that a good fit or what? I'm really proud of that. That really fits in well there. So that fits in there, and you can actually put the lid on like that. Okay. So that's really good. So now what we want to do is I would glue that. I've got my tab there, and I glue it in like that, and perhaps have the tab at the back because it's neater that way and you can't see it. So that's what I do. So we'll do that. So I'm going to use Pritt stick for this, but if I did it for the actual main design, I would use some double-sided or something that's a bit more, you know, it's a little bit more, it's going to stay together better. So, yeah. So anyway, getting back to the story, I'm really pleased that that fits. So I'm going to just put that flat like that. And, hold on. So I'm just trying to make this stick on here. Let's just stick it like that, because I want that to be able to go inside. Oh, that's fine, okay. And then we'll do like that, like that. So getting back to my story, then my fiance at the time made a lovely gondola for the top table. And the reason why I made a gondola was because he proposed to me in Italy in a gondola, which was, I was just like, I couldn't believe it, because I didn't know if he was going to, you know, I don't know if you're married or not, or whether you've been in a situation where you really love somebody, but you're not sure if they're going to propose. So we went on this holiday to Italy, and we did lots of traveling around parts of Italy, and we were in Venice, and that's where he actually proposed to me in a gondola with I think there was about five other people or something. We were all couples. I think there was about two other couples, so four other people, and he actually whispered it in my ear. And I said, "Did you say, will you marry me?" And he went, "Yeah." And I went, "Yes." And I was so excited. And then the other couples were like looking, and I was like, and they were like, "What's happened?" And I said, "Oh, he just proposed to me." And all the girls in the couples were like really jealous. That was really funny. But anyway, right, okay. So that was a proposal, and that's the reason why my husband decided to make a little gondola for the top table. So he did that for the top table, which was nice. And we had little arrangements on there. And the colour scheme was rainbow, so it was like all different colours. And my wedding bouquet, you would see the wedding bouquet at the top of my channel, my YouTube channel, DIY Dream Weddings. It's a heart-shaped bouquet with rainbow flowers in it. Yeah, and the bridesmaids had yellow roses. Okay, so what I want to do with this now is I'm going to cut out a frame in this piece, because I want this bit to go. I keep turning it around, I'm confusing myself. So I really want this to be this way up, so I might just put this way up on here just so that I don't get confused. Okay, so when you're doing a prototype, you can actually draw on your design. Okay, don't worry about it, because it's like a dry run. Have you heard of a dry run, where you just basically are just going for it and deciding how you're going to do it? So I'm going to put a frame in here, and I've got to think, how wide do I want that to be? In my head, what I thought was, if I don't do an edge here, this will flow through better when it's stuck in the box. That's what I thought, because it's got to come out the hole. So let me draw it and you know what I mean. So I'm going to just do this I'm going to do it at 1.5 for now, all the way around. Okay, so 1.5. A lot of measuring in this one, people. So yeah, so that was, so yeah, proposed to in Venice in a gondola. Yeah, very exciting that was. Okay, because I was getting in touch with my family from Italy and saying, "Oh, he's proposed to me, he's proposed to me, I'm engaged, I'm engaged." Oh yeah, it's been 8 years now, so we've not been together. Well, people would say that's not long, because some people have been together for years, but to be honest with you, we met when we were older as well. I mean, I'm in my 50s now, so you can perhaps work that out. As so that's supposed to be 1.5. See what I mean? I think my ruler's not very straight. Right, okay, so we're just going to do that all the way around. And what was I saying? Yeah, I was so excited. I was like phoning the well, I had to text them because I was in Italy at the time and I didn't want to, I didn't have, it's just easier. So, but I was, I got engaged, and it's just amazing. And I'm still happy now, I'm still happy. Gosh, I love him so much. Let's not get emotional, Kim. I always get emotional on here. Stop it. Right, so let's stick to the design. So we're going to do 1.5. So if you just come on, we're just making this lovely prototype for this box, for this fold down box wedding bouquet. Okay, and in the last live, we actually made this box. Okay, we made this box up, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put a frame inside, and I'm just making that up so we can put the frame in like this. Okay, so just doing the measurements for that. And like I said before, this box goes inside this box, and this one, you get your stars are going to stick on here, and we're going to have a frame there, but we're going to have our stars that's going to come out the middle here. So I don't know if that's clear enough. Let me know if it's not. Okay, any questions, just ask. Okay, so this is just so that you can take your bouquet with you on your destination wedding day. So you might want to take it like you might be getting married abroad or something like that. And if you are, congratulations. I'm going to show you how to make this lovely. So just put a little hole in this. My tools are a little bit, they could be a bit more up to date, but hey. Right, yeah, I'm very old school here, very old school. So I'm going to cut this out. Everything's old school on here. So if you visit my channel, you won't need, all you'll need is old school stuff. Like there's no dies being used. It's all just like all measuring, cutting with scissors and stuff like that. So you don't need much to make my stuff, if you know what I mean. It's so I'm not worrying too much about accuracy here. What I'd like to do when I actually do this, what I also do is, because I'm going to make this again on the video, I'll put the measurements in here. That's 1.5 centimeters, just like that, so that I know how big that is. I should have done it while I was doing this, but when you're on a live, you're sort of not thinking properly, you know what I mean? You're not thinking ahead as much. So just cut that out. Yeah, I don't have any dies. I just have like scissors and rulers. Scissors and rulers. That's basically what I have. Okay, so so when I've done this prototype, what I'm going to do, what I always normally do, I start to do these prototypes on these lives. But what I started to do is do a video on the final, on the final design, how it's going to work and everything. So this way up, this way up. There we are. You see, that looks good actually. I like that. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you think that looks nice? I was toying at the very beginning of this with actually changing the shape of this to circle or to a star, but I just thought a star's going to take too long, and I'm doing so much, it's just going to take too long to do, so I'm going to keep it square. Okay, so then these stars will come out like this. So I'm just doing this so that you can just see all of it. Okay, the bride will hold it from the top here. Okay, and like I said, this box here will go inside this one. Okay, and we decorate all this. We put like lots of stars and things around here. This is what I was worried about, that this would come out and that we would have problems with this edge piece here, but So I thought perhaps what I could do there. So the thing is here, and I've got nothing to support this. I've got nothing to support this bit here. I might have to make it as a box, guys, but we could do it this way. Let's do it that way instead, and then we've got more support, haven't we? I might have to put a bit more on this, but I'll show you in the video if I decide to put a bit more on it. Okay, but oh, I've got a little bit of time. I could try, but I'd have to do this again to do that though. It's almost like you want a box in there with a frame on the top. So you could almost, now I've done this, you could almost do one of these boxes, turn it the other way and then cut a frame out. So I might do that. It's funny how you think you've got the idea and it changes. You could, yeah, perhaps do that as a box instead. Okay, so I have got the measurements for this box as well, so we could do that too. We could do that. We could take this into 11 centimeters. I know this is 12, isn't it? We could do this at 11 centimeters and then, would that work? Yeah, and then we could just put that inside like that. Because this is 11, isn't it? Was it 11? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, perhaps we could do that. Sorry, guys. I know this is prototype. This is how it always works. You get an idea and then you're like, maybe we could change it. But you could sort of see what I'm going with here. You can see how that what's going on there. So let me know, because there might be a few people on. I don't know if there are. Would you like to see me measure this inside piece again? See if it works as one of these. Perhaps you're looking and thinking, why is she doing it like that? She could just do one of these boxes like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what am I doing? Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't know to cut this piece out or not, to be honest. And that would go down like that, and then you just put this piece on top, like that. So that works. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because this is what I'm here for, to do the prototype. So we've got this one. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure this again. Sorry guys, but I'm going to, what I need is, I need a bigger piece of paper. I've got some more of this paper here. And if this isn't for you, if this live isn't for you, it's fine. It's like, I don't do everything like this. This is just what I'm doing in this live. Just let me know. I mean, I can change it up. I don't really know what people want, so let me know if this isn't right for you. I mean, I've got things that I was going to do, like I was going to what are we doing here? Just got to think about these measurements. But what I was going to do, well, this is 11, so it will fit if it's 11, won't it? Yeah, so we'll do it the same as this. Will that work? If we move that in at 11. It should, shouldn't it? Why shouldn't it work if it's the same as this? So if we do it 11 and then we do 2.3 for these pieces here. Let me know. Are you good at measuring? Let me know. Will that work in that box? After you, some people might have been on here while I was measuring this up. I don't know. Right, okay, so I'm going to do, see, I want to do this piece at 11 and this piece at 2.5. So that's 11. 16? 16 all the way around? Is that right? Is that right? Or maybe you might like to see me go wrong here. Let's see. Let's see if that's right. If it's wrong, well, we just done that. I'll have to do it off camera if it's wrong. I've only got half an hour to do this. So, right, should we zoom out a bit? Or are we in the right place? Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. So 16, what did I say? So 11, because this square in here is 11. And then 2.5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But then you've got this bit round here. Oh, I'm not very good at this. I'll tell you what we'll do. We've got, hang on. Is it 16.5 or is it more than that? Is it 16.5 all the way around? It would be, wouldn't it? 16.5 all the way around. Okay, if this works, I'm getting better at measuring because I've been doing some, so I'm going to mark it at 16.5. I've been doing some, making some boxes up. For some Christmas sweets, and so I've had to measure all those up and make them, and I've been having fun with that, and then in between I've been trying to get videos on here, which I'm doing my best. I would like to put more videos on YouTube, I really would. Anyway, like I was saying, if this isn't for you, well, what's going on there? 16. Did I say 16.5? I did, didn't I? It's a bit of a... So, we'll see if it works. Okay, that's 16.5 all the way around. I have got some things, some bits and pieces that I'd like to finish off, like decorate and stuff. So if you'd like to see that instead, let me know. That's coming a bit, hasn't it? It's coming quite a bit. So then we're going to do 2.5, and I said I wanted 11 in the middle, so I'm going to put 11 on this. Just so if I do 2.5 around here, I'll know if this is going to be 11 in the middle. Okay, so that's don't say, have you ever heard of dies? Yeah, I have. I just don't have the budget for a die machine at the moment. I just don't have. So yeah, no, it's not in my budget at the moment. So I know somebody who does use dies. Sam from Mixed Up Craft uses dies, and she makes cards, and that's where I got this from Sam and her measuring. She's got me into measuring. Can you believe it? Measuring on a live. Oh my god, 2.5. 2.5. If this is 11 on the inside, I'm going to give myself a big old round of applause. That's what I'm going to do. Oh yes, she's done it. Okay, right. Okay, right, okay, that's more or less right. Okay, just want it roughly and 11 in the middle. Okay, right, so just, yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. I have no idea. Actually, I'm quite happy with the results so far. I really am. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how things have worked out so far. This is really helping. If I can do this on lives, this will really help for me to get things, oh, hang on, get things onto schedule. Chatting away here, I've got to make sure this is right. That's 2.5 there, isn't it? Otherwise I'm going to get really confused if it's not right. Okay, right. Look at me with the ruler. I'm right amateur at measuring stuff. The other thing I'm not very good at is sewing. So if you ever see me sewing on here, it'd be nice to have a bit of support. Right, okay, let's have a look. 11.5. I really wanted that at 11. It's a little bit out. Will that go in there? That's 12. It'll just go in there, I think. Should we do it? That's 11 and a half. I didn't quite measure that right. We could bring it into 11. Should we bring it into 11? Because this is 11, isn't it? That's 10 and a half. That's supposed to be 11. Okay, we'll bring that in. We'll bring that into... So that will, if that's 2 and a half. Should we bring that into 10 so that we know it's going to fit? Right, okay. I don't know. If we bring that into 10, I don't know what I'm doing here, okay. Let's just bring that into 10 because I want that to be 10. What are you making? I don't know. So I wanted to bring that into 10, so we'll just move it in like that, don't we? We'll just take a centimetre off all the way around. Yeah? Or will that bring it in too far? That's 10 there. Oh, how do I do it? How do I bring that in? I'm just going to draw it. I'm just going to go like that. 10. 10. Should have done it like this before. I was trying to be too clever. 10. That's more or less 10, isn't it? 10. There. Like that. Okay. So I just want to bring that in. So I'm going to rub that out, guys and girls. I hope it's not too boring for you, this. I'm going to rub this out and then I'm just going to draw the outside. It's the only way I know of doing it. I tried to measure it, but I didn't cut it. I thought I'm not going to cut it if it's too big. Sorry if the table's wobbling a bit. Okay, right, so I'm just gonna rub that out. And yeah, if you don't like this, you can always go and watch the video later on when it comes out. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get this video out by the end of the week, can you believe? And I've got to work tomorrow, so if it's not tomorrow, sorry, if it's not this week, I'll try and get it out on the weekend. I'll do my best. Okay, but like I said, I'm still doing the prototype for this, so I don't really need that in there. So I wanted to do it 2.5. Was it 10 or 11? Bloody hell. What am I doing here? It's 11. I want to come out. Sorry, let's do 11. Start again. So we're going to do a square at 11. Oh, I just watched all this and now it's probably a bit laborious actually watching me do this. So anyway, I can tell you a bit more about the wedding. Like I said, the bridesmaids were wearing blue. This is my wedding that I'm talking about. So I'm doing this at 11. I'm actually going to do it here so there's loads of space. Do it here. 11. This is what I should have done before, just drew a square. Yeah, the bridesmaids wearing blue and carrying yellow wedding bouquets. It's not quite right, is it? Gosh, my measuring's rubbish, it really is. So it's supposed to be 11 there. 11. Okay, that's better. Right. Has to be right, otherwise it's not going to fit, is it? It needs to fit. So 11 by 11, okay, that's right, because this is 11. It's 11 and a half. I wish I could see what I've done now. That's 11 by, oh, where's that 11 and a half up there? We'll do it at 11, okay? If it's not right, it needs to come up here a little bit more. So we do 2.5, 2.5. I should have done it like this to begin with, folks. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So when I do the video, I'll have all this worked out, so you don't need to worry about all this. I'll tell you what all the measurements are on the video, okay? I'll tell you how that all works. So I'm just roughly drawing this up because I just want to see if it fits now. And I've got to go in a minute, so yeah, so sorry about the voices, there's voices outside. Right, that's not 2.5. Hang on, I'm just trying to do it quick now. Stop rushing and concentrate. Right. Okay, yeah. Right, I'm going to shut the window because it's a bit noisy. It gets me, why people have to shout, I don't know, but anyway, just join that up there. So we are getting there, and you might want to go and come back in a couple of hours. No, not really. I'm not really going to be on that long. So that should be, see, that's even, not even. What am I doing? There it is there. That's the line there. Okay, yeah. Is it there? So you've got 2.5 all the way along there, 2.5 all the way along there. Okay, so that's roughly how that's going to work. I forgot what I was doing. Cut that out. So what you need to do is draw, just draw here. This line should go all the way down like that, way down like that. Is that 11? It's 11 there. Okay. Ignore this line. This isn't right. Okay. So we bring that down like that, and then bring that across like that. Because what we want to do here, these are our score lines. Okay, so it's the same as this. So that's your score lines for your box. Okay. So we're going to cut that out. I'm worried in case it still don't fit, but I think it will. I think it will go in there. It should do, because this is 12 by 11.5, so that will just go in there. Right, okay, so let's do that. Let's do this. So we'll cut this out. I hope you got your coffee ready. Maybe you should have brought your mince pies along as well. Right, so just cut this out. Actually, we could measure that all the way across. What is that all the way across? All the way across, that is 16. Okay, so that that there is 16. And I need to write that down so that I know how to make it when I do the video. People, because I just don't remember it otherwise. So maybe just writing that on there. That way, okay. And this way as well, 16, okay. 2.5, did I say 2.5? Yeah, 2.5 centimetres this way. Okay, so that's your measurements for that. You want to make it with me. So just cut that like that. And okay, so now we've got your box. Phew, I think we made it in the end, didn't we? We did. Hopefully we have. You should see the mess on his desk. You should have seen it earlier. Oh my god. Right, okay, so I had to do some tidying up. Don't you hate tidying up? It was getting to the point where I kept putting it off. And in the end, I just could not see the woods for the trees. I couldn't see what I was making at all. It was like, what are you actually making? Where are your materials? I don't know where my materials are. There we are. Okay, so just fold. It's not even straight. Let me just do that again. It's not straight, but I just want to see if it fits. Okay. My measuring is terrible. It really is. That's 2.5. There. Why is that not quite? It's not quite. This isn't the best. Actually, I wish I'd bought a different GSM for this now. All you want to do is just fold that in like that. Okay. That's roughly, okay. Just fold that in. Just a moment. Fold that in and then just cut. See what I've done here? I just want to do the same as that. So we're going to cut these two bits here. So if you just I'll put that the right way up, I can see what I've done. So just cut like that, okay, like that, and like that, okay, and then I'm actually going to cut this inwards a bit because sometimes it doesn't actually. So just cut that inwards a tiny bit like that. So just so that it's a bit neater. Just cut it in. Anyway, just to get the time of it. I've got some things I've got to do today. Still got to do some more wrapping presents. Let me know if you're still in the middle of your Christmas madness. Are you going away for Christmas? I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to go and see my relatives Christmas, and my husband has booked a weekend away in Somerset before that, so it's kind of like he's taking some of my time away, which is good. I like the idea of going away. It's just I haven't got so much time to do things. What I might do here, just so I've got the measurements, is just write it. This isn't 16, but I just put 16 centimetres, so I've got it on there, just so I've got a record of, and then 2.5. Just so that if I put this together, I've still got the measurements on there. No, it's not 16, it's 18. For God's sake, Kim. That's 18. Did I say it was 18? Oh no, taking the measurements. I confused myself now. Now that is 16. Sorry, I'm just writing these measurements on so I remember them, but I probably end up getting confused. so probably not a good idea. Right, so I'm going to glue that in. Let's have a look. Will that fit in there? Yes, look at that. It fits. Look at that. So that's better because you've got all the sides all the way around. So let me just see if I can find my so what I might do here, right on here, can't I, on this side, but I'll probably see it when I turn it over. I'll probably be all right with that. 11, this bit here is 11 centimeters. Just this square here is 11 centimeters around the edge. Okay. This out here, 16. Okay. Okay. That is 2.5 centimeters that way. All those are 2.5 centimeters. Okay. So we're going to glue this together. Okay, just put some glue on there. I wouldn't do it with glue, but I'm just going to do it with glue because it's quicker than fiddling about with double-sided tape. And to be honest with you, I need my double-sided tape for my Christmas things. So yeah, and I've only got a tiny bit left. So I'm going to do that. Just bring that in like that. And actually, I need to cut out this. I want to cut out the middle. Cut a frame in this as well. Perhaps it might be easier to do that when it's flat. What did I do? Did I do the other one when it was flat? I can't remember now. Right, okay, so see, I need somebody on here to tell me what I've done. Shout the measurements out and just say, no, you've done it like this, you do it like that. That is great, a great fit, I think. I put the measurements on now, I'm going to cut them out, but I can measure it again. So we're just going to put a frame in here, okay. That was 1.5, wasn't it? Yeah, that was 1.5. So I'm going to cut 1.5 in all the way around. I'm going to lose my measurements again, but I'm probably going to get told off now because I haven't measured. Maybe you'll be like, have you never measured before? What are you doing? Why are you doing it like that? Why did I do this when it wasn't flat? I went ahead a bit myself here. Let's see the... It's better to do it from the edge because then you know that's straight. Okay, just sorry about the noise. Okay, and then this side. There we are. I'm just about to see where I'm going to cut, so I'm just going to cut just like I did before. I'm just going to cut this bit out. I'm losing my measurements here, but I can just take it apart and measure it. Write them down, Kim. What are you doing? Write it down. 11. What was it? Did I say that was 16, didn't I? So I'm just writing something down, so I've got roughly, because if I cut this, I've lost the measurements, I've lost the this piece is 11 and this piece is, and we've got this bit here 1.2.5. Okay, I'll just cut this out. Okay. There we are. I can't believe I got that done in time. Right, okay, so that is going to go in there like that. This will go behind here, like this. So that is what I wanted to get done. I wanted to get that frame done so that I could, just so that I could do the video for that. So I'm going to be off now, and I know it was a lot of measuring, and prototypes are a lot of measuring. And like I always say, if there's something else you'd rather see, let me know. I mean, I can do decorating bouquets instead, finishing things off, that sort of thing. But it does help me. I don't know if it's any good for you to watch, but I've no idea. I've never watched anyone make a prototype before, so I don't really know how interesting it is to watch. Okay, no idea. So let me know how you feel about this. If you come on and watch from replay, it's lovely. But if you do find it laborious, let me know as well. Okay. But don't try not to be nasty about it, you know. If you can just say, I'd like to see someone else, that's fine. Okay. Or just even if you don't want to say anything, just type #replay into the comments. So what's going to happen with this is that's going to be stuck there. And then what's really good about this now, actually I'm going to have a bit of problems. I might even have to even do a bit on the back, but I could perhaps I could stick the sides down to that. Okay, I could stick that on there. Like I'm thinking how I'm going to stick it on now. It's almost like I'm trying to take shortcuts, but what I should really have done was done a whole box, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's going to go in there, and that's going to go fold down and go in there like this. Okay, like that. Yeah, and then we just basically pack it away like that. Okay, and that's your lovely bouquet. Okay, so that's worked really well. That has. I'm wondering now how I'm going to stick it down, but we'll get to that. And you might even find some of this might change again when I do the video, because it would be nice to have a back piece to stick it down with. So yeah, it might end up being a whole box perhaps, but that's as far as we've got with that. Okay, and I will see you, well, watch out for the next video where I'll show you how this is all going to be made and decorated and everything, so you can put it into your suitcase and take it with you on a destination wedding. And on your destination wedding, you know what I mean, on your wedding, to your wedding day. So put some little stars around the edge here, make that look nice. That'd be really good. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you again soon. Remember, you can like this live, and you can also subscribe to this channel to help it to grow, and also you get more lives like this one. That's if you want them, or more videos even that you like on my channel. So yeah, I'll see you again soon. Okay then, bye bye, bye bye for now. Bye everyone.